Welcome to Daytime Ottawa on this Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. We have a great show lined up for you. We're going to be talking Heart Month. I mean, what better? It's Valentine's Day. We should be talking about the heart. We're going to be doing a little bit of fitness. A good friend of ours, Cara Evans, joining us on the show. She has a fabulous fitness show, 8 a.m. weekday mornings. We'll give you all the details on that with Cara. And, you know, do some exercises, get the blood flowing, get the heart pumping a little bit. And we're going to be talking dry February on the show as well. All that and more. But we start off in the kitchen with one of my favorite people, Charmaine Broughton, joining me, food specialist and cookbook author. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Happy Valentine's. I mean, look at you. You look like a Valentine just standing there. You look fantastic.
My mom always said pink makes the boys wink, so I hope you're winking.
Oh, I like that. Okay, look, can we get a close-up of me, Stan, just so I can give a couple of winks here? There you go. How cheesy is that? I feel like Burt Reynolds in one of his older films. All right. Yeah, I should have had I had a stash for a little while. I should have kept it for the wink. Anyway, never mind me and my stash. What are we doing today? What is your theme for today?
Chocolate. It's Valentine's Day. Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, should we start with some peanut butter hot chocolate?
Darn awesome. Right we should. Yeah.
Okay, so all of these recipes, just in true Char fashion, use pantry staple items.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm all about. My whole goal is to inspire you to get into the kitchen and recreate delicious and doable recipes, not intimidate you.
I love it.
You can recreate all of these amazing recipes with items that you likely already have on hand.
Excellent.
Okay, starting with, so the first recipe is the peanut butter hot chocolate.
Okay.
So you can make hot chocolate from scratch that we'll do right now, but you could also just use, if it was easier for you to use like a packaged hot chocolate,
yeah, right.
I say go for it. Do whatever is easier for you.
But milk and not water.
Right.
I don't even care if you're using the packet, people. You cannot use the water. You got to go milk it each and every time. Unless, of course, you have an allergy or a dietary
and you could do an oat milk or a soy milk or a rice milk, whatever kind of milk you have on hand.
Okay.
So we've got our milk and then some dark chocolate, a little bit of vanilla, and some cocoa powder and a wee bit of sugar in here just to sweeten it up. Just like this. So we're going to stir it all together and until everything melts. And then once it melts, the star of the show is to add a little bit of peanut butter.
Okay.
So I love peanut butter.
Oh, me too.
And it's great on a rice cake, great stirred into your oatmeal. I love it like that, actually. Or on a piece of toast. But let's incorporate it into like other awesome recipes for Valentine's Day.
Listen, Reese Peanut Butter Cup. It's like one of my all-time favorite. The chocolate and the peanut butter. I mean, it's just a magical relationship.
I've been saying for the last week, I've been saying, who needs romance and roses when you can have chocolate and peanut butter?
I love it. It's perfect. I mean, what kind of peanut butter are you using here? It looks like almost like a natural, like a sugar-free sort of thing?
I prefer a natural peanut butter, but you can use like a regular peanut butter as well.
Okay.
And then you're going to whisk in the peanut butter to the hot chocolate, and it melts throughout, and it just adds a really nice creaminess. It adds some plant protein and healthy fats and a little bit of fiber. And then we've got the
finished product
here, and I'll have you put some whipped cream on it.
See, you got to do that for sure.
This is where it comes to life.
Yeah. Here we go.
And then we are going to decorate it.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay.
So, I mean, you could pay upwards of like $5 to probably $10 for this at a specialty coffee shop.
Yeah.
Or you can make it yourself. And this is nice for family day too, like after tobogganing or skiing or something.
Agreed.
And then we'll top it with some of those little chocolate peanut butter cups.
Oh, yes.
How pretty. And then some pink sprinkles for Valentine's Day. I know.
It's beautiful.
Be mine.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I love it. I love it.
Okay, next.
Okay, this looks like I am dying looking at these.
These are amazing. So these are the chocolate pretzel peanut squares, I'll call them.
Okay.
Again, using nothing but pantry staple items. So the first layer is just some cookie crumbs, and then you're going to stir together the cookie crumbs with melted butter and peanut butter. Bake it off.
Okay.
And then when it comes out of the oven, you're going to cool it a wee bit, and then top it with some nice salty pretzels, some chocolate chips, peanuts, and more of the little peanut butter
these little peanut butter cups, yeah.
You cover the whole thing with sweetened condensed milk into the oven. 30 minutes later, you're done. They are
so
unbelievable.
I would be eating one right now, but I just don't think it's going to, talking and eating, it's not going to work on live television. But I'll try one after.
And it's the sweet and the salty and the creaminess and all the textures are unbelievable.
You've got all the best food groups right in that one square.
I do,
right there.
totally.
Yeah.
Okay, now these are the peanut butter cheesecake truffles.
Oh my goodness.
So delicious and so easy. They present so beautifully.
Yeah.
This is a great recipe for kids to make because there's really no cooking.
Okay.
So what we're going to do here, this looks a little sad because it's sat underneath the hot lights. So
it's okay.
We have some softened cream cheese, some natural, well, I like to use the natural peanut butter, and some icing sugar.
Okay.
A little bit of vanilla and a nice hefty pinch of salt. So you stir it all together and then you chill it until it's like easy to handle.
Okay,
right? Because you don't want it too soft. You won't.
Gotcha.
And then what you're going to do is you're going to roll it into like little balls like this. Okay. Place it on like a baking sheet, and you can either put them in the freezer or in the fridge to chill them so they get a little bit hard.
Okay.
And then you dip them in melted chocolate. So I did dark chocolate, but you could do white chocolate. You could do milk chocolate.
Yeah.
They are absolute like little cheesecake truffles in your mouth. They are absolutely
Listen, you
unbelievable.
had me at Cheesecake Truffle. You don't even have to say anything more. I didn't even need to know the recipe. Well, everybody at home did, but these look absolutely amazing.
They are, and I've cut into one just so you can see like how.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, they really are absolutely unbelievable.
We got about 2 minutes left. Have you got something else over here?
Perfect. You know what we'll do? We'll start the recipe for.
Yeah, because you're coming back.
I am
later
coming
on
back.
in the show.
Yes.
We're doubling up the Charmaine here on Valentine's Day.
Chocolate, peanut butter,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so the next recipe that I'm doing is my grilled chocolate sandwich.
Okay. Oh my God.
Absolutely unbelievable. And this recipe is from my cookbook, Delicious and Doable, Recipes for Real and Everyday Life. And often when I talk about this recipe, people like fall to the floor. They're like a grilled chocolate sandwich, but it makes a perfect brunch item,
absolutely.
right?
I mean, it's a special occasion. We're allowed to do things like this.
Totally. Okay, so I've got some softened butter.
Okay.
So what we're making now is a compound butter. So if you can make a grilled if you can make a grilled cheese sandwich, you can make a grilled chocolate sandwich.
Okay. What do you mean by compound butter? What does that mean?
A compound butter is just a flavored butter.
Okay.
So today we are going to make a sweet compound butter, but let's say you were making beef tenderloin for your wife tonight, you could do a savory compound butter. So you could do a savory compound butter with like garlic and chopped green onions and a little bit of blue cheese, and top that on your.
I remember the old steakhouses. Remember,
Right.
always had the compound butter little dollop on the steak that was like enough to feed a family of 13. It seemed right. Remember the old?
Yeah.
It was like I can't believe I used to eat that much food. It was insane. But the compound butter, or that much butter for that. Yeah, but again, this is a special occasion.
Right. So that's a savory compound butter. We don't want a savory compound butter
we're going
for
sweet here.
a sweet dessert. So I've got my butter, and then we are going to zest in some orange zest. So you want to make sure that you're washing your fruit, your citrus fruit really well, okay?
I didn't told that even because a lot of people don't realize, like, when you cut into a fruit too, right? Whatever's sitting on it, it gets on the knife and it goes right through, and it's going to get onto the flesh that you're actually eating.
Yeah,
right?
There's a big push now to really, even like watermelon, let's say, to like wash your watermelon before you put it on the cutting board and so on.
So you know what? Save that, because you're going to come back, and for a second segment, we'll have Charmaine back on the show, finish off this fabulous recipe. We got lots more coming up after the break. Don't go anywhere.